you saw the Jewish star hanging around your neck and started talking.
I know.
All those years ago.
I know, it's really changed. I think there's one or two people that teach there, but I don't know how they're doing it.
All over.
Hey, Skylar, you want to tell me if we're live? I don't want to start till I get a... words to say, and then I have some words to say, and then we'll start. Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Congregation Beth Emek. Whether you're here with us on the courtyard, I'm talking to two viewers at the same time, or whether you're online. Barbara, I see that you're online with us, and some of you are viewing us on live stream or on either on our website, or maybe you're on Facebook, and some of you are in Zoom so that we can kind of notice one another. But a lot of us are right here on this beautiful courtyard on an exquisite evening. I'm getting this shout out from the courtyard telling us how wonderful it is to be together. Now, there's like an extra dimension tonight of how wonderful it is, because so many of us are able to pray without masks on. This is its own fabulous treat. So we'll get there. We'll all get there soon enough. All of us will be able to do that soon enough. This evening's going to be a very musical Shabbat, and I am so happy to welcome our friend Steve Kritzer. Steve is here to help us in worship and in song. Steve and I enjoy playing together so much, and we don't have many opportunities to do that. And I know how much he enjoys Congregation Beth Emek's folky, informal style, and we in turn appreciate the beauty that he has added to our worship, especially on High Holy Days and at Shabbat Under the Stars. Well, you could think of this evening's service as a variation on that theme. Call it Shabbat Under the Twilight, if you like. What that means is that in lieu of a sermon, I will be interspersing thoughts about the music we sing throughout the service, though Steve is actually going to lead us off with that in just a few moments. You could follow along with all of our prayers and our songs in our prayer book and the song book. If you're online, you can find the prayer book and the song book on our website under virtual resources. The prayer book is called Mishkan Tefillah for Shabbat. We have a special song sheet for the online worship resources as well. Our opening song is fittingly Shir Hadash, a new song, which you can find on page 344.
Is from Psalm 96, which of course says, "Sing to God a new song." I heard a commentary on it that said it's not just that we extol the new songs, which of course we are, and we love to do that here at Beth Emek, but it's also our response to a new instance of God's loving kindness and mercy, which, turning this corner on the pandemic and having us be together here tonight, seems like one of those times for a new song.
Adonai, sing unto God. Sing unto God, all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Sing unto God, all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir I will sing unto God a new song. This evening we begin with the lighting of Shabbat candles. Our candles will be lit this evening by tomorrow morning's bat mitzvah, Amy Bailendorf, along with her parents, Debbie and Brian, and her brother Jack. I invite you to turn in the prayer book to page 3. And Debbie, read from this microphone, okay?
Sorry.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. I think we're going to do that again, all right? We're going to do that la whole thing again. Give some time for those candles to get lit, okay? Here we go, and Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Steve, if you step this way, she's going to read translation. Sure.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with its misvote, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat shalom. Take that and just put it in the drawer there. Okay. Well, that melody for candle blessing is one that I composed with a very specific purpose in mind, namely that candles are often lit at Shabbat services by a family or an honored congregant. And while they are lighting the candles and sometimes fumbling with matches or a lighter, happens frequently, the congregation shouldn't just be sitting and watching. We should be engaged, singing along with the action going on in front of us. And that melody provides the nigun, the lala part, to accompany the action. And after the candles are lit, we go into the blessing itself, and then, surprise, the two parts go together. This is a composition that takes into consideration the way candles are actually lit in many congregations and provides a musical context for the ritual act. Everything before Baruch Hu in Shabbat worship is really a warm-up, a series of psalms and poetry designed to get us in the mood for Shabbat worship. Over the centuries, this section of the service has grown into an entire unit known as Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming of the Sabbath. Its best-known element is the Kabbalistic poem Lecha Dodi, "Dearest friend, let's go out to greet the Sabbath bride." It envisions Shabbat as a kind of wedding between God and the Jewish people, the moment we are united in holy bliss. We've been apart for so long, 6 days, I've missed you. I can't wait to be together again. And that calls for a love song, right? There are many melodies for Lecha Dodi, but not all of them convey that sense of longing. Historically, Jews have often borrowed melodies from their surrounding culture and set prayers to popular secular melodies. A particularly famous example of this is the Shabbat table song Sur Mishalo, which is sung to the tune of a Ladino love song, La Rosa Enflorece, which in translation would sound like this. The rose is blooming in the month of May. My heart is overcome by love. But someone decided that this would be a great way to praise God after Shabbat dinner and put the words of Sur Mishalo to the same melody. Sur Mishalo achalnu baruch hu emunai. And why not? It's a good tune. Now, given that Lecha Dodi is really a poem of love, it seems only fitting that it be sung to the melody of a love song. Here's one that nobody seems to be using at the present time, and I think conveys the original idea of the Kabbalists of Tzfat going out to wander in the hills at sunset as Shabbat descends. Let's see, where is it? I'm not really fond of it. Dodi likrat kalat Shabbat, 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 Shalom. nekapela. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor habracha. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor habracha. Lechatoti lekat kala. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. B'nei Shabbat nekapela. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Everybody under a certain age is wondering, why does everybody else know this song? Wait. Okay, I think we're up to your part, Amy. Hold on. There it is, yes. We're going to continue now with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26 of the prayer book. And Amy's going to lead us in this. Page 26. Yeah, she's going to come to your mic. You stand kind of nice and close to the mic. Amen. Lechayechon uvyomechon uchayedecho Beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv
V'meru
Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach leolam ulol me'al maya yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei v'kedusha
Refu
La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiron bi'alma.
V'meru
Amen. Page 28. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. You may be seated. I'm having trouble following my pages here. There we go. I'll get this right. The evening prayer, which follows Baruchu, Ma'ariv HaRavim, figuratively gets us rolling into worship. That is, it's about rolling the light away before the dark descends. Take a look at the words on page 30. Okay. And it seems we're at the end of the service now.
We're rolling into darkness.
Yeah. So if you look in the middle of page 30 in the English, in the middle of the prayer, it praises God. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness, darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Now, how do you distinguish day from night? At what moment has the light turned to dark? It really isn't like turning off the switch. It's a gradual transition, rolling one into the other like a wave. It's interesting that in evening worship, the first primary theme is attunement to time, to our place, not in space, but in this flowing transition that surrounds us. Be aware, the prayer seems to say, of what's going on around you. There is a flow, not physical, but temporal. And we are riding on that wave of time. That's why I especially like this particular setting for Ma'ariv Aravim. Noam Katz, the composer, has pared down the prayer to its core, drawn our attention to the most compelling image in the prayer. What's more is that his setting has a rhythmic drive and energy like the waves of time. And to add to its subtlety, rolling is replicated in the arrangement of the song into two parts, English and Hebrew, which fold one on top of the other. You could find the text in the songbook on page 30, or if you're watching online, you could find it on our song sheet on page 3.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei malayla, golel or midday choshech, golel or midday choshech, the choshech midday or. Or midday choshech, golel or midday choshech, the choshech midday or. Forei malayla, golel or midday choshech, golel or midday choshech, the choshech midday or.
Our ancestors did not just put old words to new melodies. They also composed new prayers. The prayer book is like a photo album with snapshots from the history of the Jewish people. We need that creativity. Prayer is supposed to have a fixed quality called keva, but also a dynamic, fluid quality, an intentionality called kavanah. In order to appreciate the kavanah, sometimes it is helpful to step away from the keva. What does a prayer really say to us? Is there another way that we could tap into its deep meaning? What does it mean to say that God is one? Adonai Echad. One what? Or does Echad mean unique? Or could it be that whatever name we use, however we get in touch with the unity behind all existence, the unity between all of us, it really is the same oneness. This setting by Josh Nelson steps out of the keva, the fixed form of the Shema, to ask a question, thereby pointing us toward the kavanah, the intention. It doesn't answer the question, and that's its beauty. Because in the space that it leaves, we are able to bring our own kavanah.
So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. Your God is my God, and my God is everything. Aren't we all, part of one God? Let your God be my God, and our God be everything. Oh, we'll all know we're all part of one God. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. If your love is my love, and my love is everything, aren't we all part of one love? Let your love be my love, and our love be everything. Oh, we'll all know we're all part of one love. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. Your heart is my heart, and my heart is everything. Aren't we all, part of one heart? Let your heart be my heart, and our heart be everything. Oh, we'll all know we're all part of one. You do it now. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. So open up your heart to all the lost and lonely. Let no one be alone tonight before our one and only. Before our one and only. Before our one and only.
Let's read an English setting for Ve'ahavta on page, page 37. Delia Cooper is going to lead us in this prayer. Page 37. Deli, come up over on this side, okay? Go ahead. Left side. This one. Yeah, there you go. You see it?
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God.
Thank you, Deli.
Thank you.
People often tell me that their favorite prayer in the service is Hashkivenu, which includes the line, "Spread over us the shelter of your peace, Sukkot Shlomecha." We all want to feel protected, enveloped in a comforter of care. It's a cold world. It's not too warm tonight either. It is an act of faith to say that actually we exist in a dimension of caring, not indifference. I'm especially drawn to this setting of Hashkivenu by Yoshi Zweiback and Larry Jonas. It is sung every night at Camp Newman as part of their Siyum, the closing ceremony for the day. Its gentleness feels just like getting tucked in for the night. You can find the words in the songbook if you're here on the courtyard in the songbook on page 14, or if you're online on page 5 of the song sheet.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right.
5 in the prayer book. Let's read together at the top of the page. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. Page 46, I invite you to rise for the Amidah. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufia kiteilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei Bneihem, Lemad Shemo B'Yava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Vezvat Sarah, Atah Gibor L'Olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatam, Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabbi, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, micha mocha bal kivurot, umido mehelach, melech meimi, umekayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'amana talachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yalalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. Page 57 in the prayer book. Did I get that one right? Yes. Again, I invite you to read with me. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. There are 7 prayers in the Shabbat Amidah, the last being the prayer for peace, Shalom Rav in the evening, which means abundant peace. I composed this melody with the simple, instantly singable chorus. The verses, however, have some melodic drama to them. The words, "For you are the sovereign of all peace, ki atah." This calls for a declaiming statement in the melody. And so the melody punches up in the verse. I like singing Shalom Rav, abundant peace, over and over again as a fitting conclusion to the Amidah, because that is what we really want when all the prayers are said and done. Page 60.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Ata. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Ata. Sim le'olam. Sim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Ata. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Ata. Sim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Ki atahu melech, melech adon. Ki atahu melech, adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Ata. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Ata. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. B'chol עת ובכל שעה שלומך. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה שלומך. שלום רב על ישראל אתה. שלום רב על ישראל אתה. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל אתה. שלום רב על ישראל אתה. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל אתה. 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 שלום רב על ישראל אתה.
This time in our worship, we ask for healing for members of our congregation and their loved ones who are ill. We want to share their names with one another across two different spaces. One is this physical space here on the courtyard, and the other is the online space that is shared by those participating in this service from home. We may not hear or see the names of all of one another's loved ones, but our prayers are united. Are you praying for healing of body or spirit for a loved one? For those of you on Zoom, if you are, please share their names, the names of those for whom you are praying for healing in the chat. And for those of you here on the courtyard, I invite you to speak their names out loud as my eyes pass yours.
Are we robbing now?
Will we hold the wallet?
O God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to our dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked with theirs. May you bring healing to all who are afflicted by the pandemic of our time, and may you protect all those who labor on their behalf. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, God, the source of healing. And let us all say, Amen. Let's take a moment for silent prayer.
Play the thing while I speak, just through the chords.
The Amidah begins with a quote from Psalm 51, "Open my lips that I may pray to you." Our prayer book places a quote from the same psalm at the end of the Amidah, which you can find on page 63. There you'll see it says, "Create a pure heart within me." It is though the prayer has traveled over the course of the Amidah from outward to inward, from our lips to our heart. This setting comes from Yoel Sykes and Daphne Rosenberg and the Israeli worship community known as Nava Tehillah. You could find the particular English words for this version in the songbook on page 27, or for those worshiping online on the song sheet on page 8.
Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me. Create a pure heart in me, Great Spirit. Create a pure heart in me. And renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within. And renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within, and renew a true soul within me, and renew a true soul within.
Do Jewish words belong only to Jews? What happens when someone from another tradition finds inspiration in Jewish wisdom? The first century sage Hillel taught, "If I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, what am I? And if not now, when?" This text has inspired a number of songwriters, and probably no one has nailed it more perfectly than the deeply spiritual, philosophical folk singer Carrie Newcomer. She just hammers the question, almost pleading with us. And the answer, we then feel, is in our hands. You don't have the words in front of you, but you're not going to have any problem singing along, I promise you.
You see or
See. Is it right?
we were indeed.
We were indeed. Sure.
If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment or place or time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. I see sorrow, trouble in this land. I see sorrow, trouble in this land. Although there will be struggle, we'll make the change we can. If not now, if not now, tell me when. All right, now you know what to do. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment or place or time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. I may never see the promised land. I may never see the promised land. And yet we'll make the journey and walk it hand in hand. If not now, if not now, tell me when. Okay, everybody sing along. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment or place or time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. So we'll work until it's done. Every daughter, every son, every soul that ever longed for something better, something brighter. It will take a change of heart for this to mend. It will take a change of heart for this to mend. But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, if not now, tell me when. Okay, just our voices now. Here we go. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment or place and time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, if not now, tell me when. If not now, if not now, tell me when. We've got some announcements of what's happening in the congregation. And Sahala David, our events committee chair, is going to tell us what's coming up. Sahala, perhaps
What
you
is
should
this?
come to this microphone. Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
It'll get you. Don't worry, it'll get you.
It'll catch it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll get you.
Okay. Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.
My name is Sahala David. I'm the events chair here at Congregation Bet Emek. Thank you, Rabbi Miller, for leading us in worship, and thank you also to the congregants who helped lead the service. I would also like to thank our tech experts for doing the behind-the-scenes work for the service to be live streamed. After the service, you are invited to join us for an Onyx Shabbat in Zoom, and a Motzi and the Kiddush here. And the link to the event is on the same link to the services and can be found in the most recent Once Around Beth Emek newsletter. Tomorrow morning, Torah study will take place online at 9. Shabbat services outdoor all for the entire month of July. Tomorrow, Shabbat service is at 10:30. The service will be led mostly by Amy Behlendorf, who's celebrating her bat mitzvah. A couple of events coming up. We have on Sunday, June 27th, Into the Light, East Bay Interfaith Community Gathering. The East Bay Interfaith Community remembers those lost to COVID-19 and celebrates our collective rebirth and renewal. Presentations from many local congregations are planned. You can attend in person or watch live at Eden Area Interfaith Council Facebook page. We have two other initiatives going on. One of them is the mitzvah of giving blood or bone marrow. Blood and bone marrow donors are needed now more than ever. If you qualify, please consider performing the mitzvah of being a donor. And lastly, help local families with the backpack project. Beth Emek has been an active participant in the Interfaith Backpack Project for over 25 years, and as kids head back to school in person in August, there is increased need to support local families. Please consider donating. Thank you very much, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Salah. We're going to continue our service now with Aleinu on page 282. I invite you to please rise. Aleinu l'shapeach ladon hakol, latech g'dula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kefol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You may be seated. Page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Love to each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad. Before we conclude our worship, we call to mind loved ones with whom we traveled on the path of life. Those who died in recent days and those who died at this season in years past continue to influence us in the choices we make and in the way we show our love and compassion for one another. The company of this holy congregation brings us comfort in this moment of memory. As we recite Kaddish, we sense that we are linked in a common expression of support to all who mourn in our community, together with those who mourn everywhere during these difficult days. This evening, we remember these members of our congregation and their loved ones who have died within the past 30 days. We observe Shloshim for Tom Lazinski. And we remember those whose yahrzeit occurred during the past week. If you are observing yahrzeit, I invite you to stand as I recite the name of your loved one. We observe yahrzeit for Louis Dreyfus, Simona Engelmeyer, and Harriet Harrison. And we prayed together with those who are observing the first year of mourning. If you are observing the first year of mourning, I invite you to rise at this time. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of our loved ones be a blessing. Mourner's Cottage can be found on page 294, and I invite you to rise and join together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ba'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mivarach le'alam le'almei almayim. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yit adar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushachata v'nechmata, da'amiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us all say together, amen. You may be seated. Following the closing song, we're going to join together with Amy again in Kiddush and Motzi. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there is a history of borrowed melodies in Judaism. The term for using an existing melody for a different text is contrafaction. And the most commonly contrafacted, which is not a real word, text is Adon Olam. And that's because this medieval poem, which is really a philosophical statement about the nature of God, is written in a perfect rhythm of unstressed and stressed syllables called iambic tetrameter. Adon Olam Asher Malach. There you go, iambic tetrameter. Now, Steve and I both share a love of Irish music. And though I doubt that Jews in Ireland ever sang Adon Olam to this melody, we do.
What do we call that, gyrish?
Irish music. I thank Harry Radowski for pointing out to me how perfectly the text fits this melody. Page 321. Ready?
Adon Olam Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Le'ek Tasa B'Chefzo Kol, Asai Malach Shemo Nivra, Ve'acharei Kiflot HaKol, Levado Yimlok Nora, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Oveh, Ve'hu Yevet Yivara. Ve'ein sheni v'hachshelo lahachbera Ve'li reshit ve'li tachlit ve'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra Ve'hu eli ve'chai go'ali v'tzorcha li ve'yezara Ve'hu nisi u'manos li ve'nachoshi ve'yom ekra Ve'yeti sham ve'avira Ve'im ruchi geviyanti Adon ali ve'lo era Adon olam asher malach B'terem kol yitzir nivra Le'ek tasa v'chefzo kol Asai malach shelo nivra. One more time. Adon olam asher malach B'terem kol yitzir nivra חפצו כל, אזי מולך שמו נקרא. Shabbat Shalom. Let's do Kiddush and Motzi. Okay, we're going to pass around the wine. Look at this individual servings. It's great. This is COVID friendly Oneg Shabbat. So we are going to pass around grape juice. Just stay right where you are. A couple of folks are going to help pass around trays. The wine is red. The grape juice is gold, and the challah is also an individual servings. And let's join together in Kiddush. Amy, come on up. Come on up. Yeah, where's our, here the...
Yes. Excited for tomorrow?
No, not really.
This one's yours. Okay, you ready?
I don't
Hold
have
on
an
to that.
extra
Oh,
hand.
well, you're gonna have to hold that prayer book with one hand. You can do it. Page
Which?
5. There you go. All right, got it?
Oh, please tell me this is grape juice.
That one's grape juice. Yes. Okay. Let's join in. Amy, go ahead. Step right up. Step right. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho v'chava u'ratzon, hinhilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tefillah, L'mikrei kodesh, zecher l'tziyah, Mitzrayim.
Kivanu v'charta, v'yotanu kidasha, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yava uvratzon, inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Shabbat l'chaim. Okay, and if you would take that challah, okay, challah, there you go. Oops.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay, right there.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Drop it.
Okay, take that challah and why don't you share that with your family?